real nitty-gritty.
Good morning.
Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody, wherever you are, Philippines, America, and beyond. Welcome to the live stream today. Thank you to the NTZ crew for everything you do to keep this a safe and respectable live stream. The subject today is the only thing men have to fear over here is themselves. And I got that because few of you guys sent me that very informative video by P about the new laws. You know, I think she called the video cohabitation or marriage or whatever, and that's what we're going to talk about, guys. You know, because first of all, let me tell you, the Filipinos don't have to use the courts or the laws to get what they want. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me look for Jay to see what I always see what the exchange rate is, Jay. It's 49.76, man. I don't like that. Whenever it goes below 50, I don't like it. So there you have it, Jay, 49.76. COVID still raging over here, that Delta variant. It is what it is, What's up, Cal Deadman? R68 DVR, what's going on? I'll give a few shout outs, get some people on here. Is that Jammin Johnson? What's up, brother? Derek Casanavas, Wonders of Life. I appreciate y'all. While y'all on here, I want to thank y'all, man. I've already went over 21,000 subscribers, 3.3 million views, man. I think that's impressive for 1 year, man. That's a good 1 year tally, man. And I owe it all to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for that. The beauty pageant, the top 10 will be announced tomorrow, guys. Let me fix this. Yeah, the top 10 will be announced tomorrow at 8 p.m. Then after that, the 10 finalists are going to do a 1-minute video each, introducing themselves, telling us where they're from and why they should be Miss Sunshine's shoulders. I'm going to put that on my YouTube channel, and then you go and vote for who you want to in the comments, because it's going to be like testing 1 to 10. I want to thank the guys who matched me, who matched my prize money. They said they want to remain anonymous, but now, of course, when it started out, 5,000 for the first prize. Now it's 10,000, 2,000 for second place. It started out as 1,000 for third. Now it's 1,500. It started out as 500 for fourth and fifth place. Now it's 1,000 for fourth and fifth place. And then everybody else from 6 to 41 who doesn't place in the top 5 is guaranteed 500 pesos, man. I mean, in this pandemic over here, guys, that's a lot of money, man. I just want to thank y'all for that. I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, I look forward to that. That's going to be pretty good, guys. Hey, Mark, thanks for that super sticker, man. I really appreciate you, brother. It's a lot of talk, man, about this, what Filipinas can do to you over here, what you're liable for and everything over here as a live-in or getting married. But let me say this, man, and this is just from my experience of being here on and off 12 years dealing with Filipinos. they don't have to use the courts or the law to get what they want, because we willingly give them everything that they want and need. And the fact that, now that they've got some laws behind them, I don't think that's going to make a difference, guys, believe it or not. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so the thing about it is, the smart thing to do is look at videos like hers, talk to lawyers, know the law before you come over here and shack up or get married or, open businesses and resorts and things like that, see? Because the average expat, we don't have nothing to lose over here, see? But if you got, because like I said, me and John, we ate at Small Fries, and he's Canadian. He owns that place. See, now, somebody like him, he needs to know the law, see? Because he's got a lot of investment involved over here. He's got a lot tied up, and I would be worried, but most of us, we don't have anything. All we have to really do is just go home, really. There's no cohabitation laws and no marriage laws over here that the United States government is bound to respect, guys, okay? If they won't come after you for child support over there, there's a lot of guys, man, who left kids over here. They're at home in America living their life, their best life. They don't have to worry about child support. They don't have to worry about anything, because there's no laws, no Philippine laws in cohabitation or marriage that the United States is bound to respect, and they don't, because the big one is always this, and I get this about once a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. If you ask her to quit her job, she can sue you. Yeah, right. Yeah, if you stay over here, she's going to come after you, and you're going to lose. Good luck going into a Filipino court and you're fighting a Filipina. Yeah, you're going to lose. But if it's all that, just get on a plane and go back to your home country. She don't have a leg to stand on, okay? And I'm going to address that too. But another thing is, hey, if you got one of these fancy visas now, see, that's the reason why I don't get these fancy visas, the SRRBs, 13As, because, see, they can hold that over your head. And, and that deposit or that investment that you set up, and take that from you and give it to her. I'm pretty sure they can do that. But remember, talk to a lawyer about it. But the good thing is, the best thing to do is, before you come over and get married or start shacking up, know what the law is, guys. Derek Casanova says, waiting for Magnum John to start singing. The Sunshine Shoulders, Moonshine Shoulders every Friday. Me and John, we're not on every day. Hell, we couldn't take each other 7 days a week. Hey, Bobby G, good to see you, man. Thanks, Cal Deadman. Give me a call after the live stream, brother. Hey, Levon White, man, and Levon hit me with an email today. I think his son he's either re-injured or his injury before. Which one is it, Levon? It may keep him off the field this year. Hey, Colin B said, good morning to all, and to you, Calvin, waiting for you to drop some more nitty gritty. Yeah, the nitty gritty is, when we really don't, the average expat has nothing to worry about when it comes to these cohabitation laws and marriage laws, guys, because there's no laws over here that the United States government is bound to respect when it comes to cohabitation or marriage. Now, if you come over and commit a crime, yeah, they may prosecute you there depending on what the crime is. They may expedite you back over here. We're talking about this, because 3 people sent me that video. Oh, this is a game changer. It's not, guys. Filipinos don't need the court. They don't need the law. 99% of them that we're going to deal with, the ones looking at this channel right now, they don't know the law. They're not even going to get involved with the law, okay? Now, saying that, I'm going to say this. Do right by the woman, okay? If you're going to be with her for any considerable period of time, you may have children, but just do the right thing. You don't got to have that to worry about. If you got a 5-year relationship with a woman, don't just walk away, man, knowing what you done left behind, guys. Look, I mean, but I can't teach morals. I can't teach ethics. All right. Hey, thanks, Will the Beast. I really, really appreciate it. He said, for the super chat, he said, just wanted to show my support and thank you for the vids, brother. Now, thank you, man, for your support, your help, man, watching the videos, because I don't care, man, how big these so-called YouTubers get. Without our viewers and subscribers, man, we're nothing. Some guy said, man, I'm thankful that you responded to my email, because normally they don't respond. And then I had to tell him, well, I'm not them, man. I promise you, I will never get that big. I'm just a regular Joe, man. It's probably why my channel has gotten the traction that it has. But yeah, let's talk about this, guys. Anybody got any experience with this stuff? Hey, Jason Flint, thanks for joining us, brother. But yeah, Filipina don't need no courts or laws, man. We willingly. Imagine we're sending millions over here. We never met them. Should be stupid to go to court, and then they dwindle that amount down to basically nothing. Oh man, come on, guys. Let's use this. Most of us don't have anything to lose, but like I said, if you have a big investment here, maybe you want to know the law. Maybe you want to know what you got to lose. But for most of us, hell, all we got to do is get back on the plane and go home, really. I just simply do right by the young lady to begin with. Hey, Bravo 29. I see you, Sam Champion. Ingram Davis, good to see you, brother. Hope everything's going good. Todd Mate, that's his name. Jeffrey Tatter. And you may want to ask yourself, is my SRRV deposited state? Talk to a lawyer, man. I want my freedom over here. The ballot ban visa or the tourist visa is good enough for me. I'd stay here for 3 years, leave the country for one day, and come back under normal circumstances. Man, you can't get any freer than that. But I want to tie up that money, then here I am. Because I'm going to tell you, there's only 2 women over here that you're going to have to worry about going to that court or causing you trouble. Number one, it's a scammer who's only with you to try to get between you and your wallet anyhow. And number 2 is a woman who feels scorned, who feels that you effed her over, that she's giving you her all, and then you just going to walk away and treat her bad. See, those are only 2. If you do the right thing, you come over here like most of us do, you don't have to worry about that, man. They're not going to take you to court. I've been over here on and off for 12 years, man. And I'm not going to say that it doesn't happen, because it does happen. I'm sure it does. But my experience, that's all I can give you. I've never met anyone. I've never talked with anyone. I don't know anybody that's ever dealt with that type of laws, man. Now, have I dealt with people and met people and talked to people who come over here and built these big houses only to walk away from them? I lost businesses, yeah. Cars and stuff like that, yes. I have. But the Filipino didn't take them to court to do that. See, because most of us, we're going to willingly give her the money, man. It's that simple. She's going to live a good life and she's going to be happy. Let me tell you something. Remember I told you, I said, I've really had 4 relationships over here. Really 3. The first one, I found out she was so young, I cut it off. Out of those 4, guess what? 3 of them are in America. 3. See? Because they don't have to go to court. They're going to get what they want, man. See, now trust me on this one, guys. Hey, Eric Terry, what's going on, brother? Eric Terry says, hey, Cal, where is that, Cal? What are you talking about, the new laws? No, well, the subject today is the only thing men over here have to fear is ourselves. We don't have to worry about these courts and stuff over here. You know, we willingly give our money and our finances and our support to Filipinos. They don't have to take us to court. But there's been some new laws, I guess. You know, I don't even know them. I don't even care about them because I don't have nothing to lose. You know, if you want to get on my case and really come after me, then guess what? I'm going to just get on that bird and go back home because there's no cohabitation laws. There's no divorce laws or marriage laws over here that the United States government is bound to respect. All right. Hey, Big Pun, 231, Yusuf Omar Habib. He says, hey, Calvin, I am Buntag. My own Gabi, brother, because I know it's evening over there. Azad Michael said, thanks for keeping us informed. You know, it's all about using our common sense, Michael. Most expats that I know, we don't have anything to lose anyway. You know, and nothing that these courts over here can take. Imagine them trying to take your 401k over in America. It's not going to happen, guys. Now, can they take that SRRV over here? Yeah. As long as you over here, they can, you know, they've got a leg to stand on. You know, if you build a big resort, a big hotel, a big house or something, yeah, you putting yourself at risk then. You know, you may want to talk to a lawyer. But for most of us who come over here and rent, you know, and we want the woman around us 24/7, we say, hey, you know, just quit that old job that you earning, you know, $75 a month and come and work with me. And you think she's going to turn around and take you to court? I doubt. Only if she's a scammer, only if she's really trying to get revenge, you know. That's the only thing you have to worry about. But use your common sense, guys, you know. Hey, I love the chime. What's up? Jimmy Arrington from Georgia. What part of Georgia, man? One is the life said, but do they have to use it to keep what they have obtained? What are you talking about, one is the life over here? I mean, when you're over here, obviously, as a visitor and as an expat, somebody lives here, you're under the Philippine government, the laws of the Philippine government. Okay? And you got to respect those laws. And, you know, more than likely, if you go to court against a Filipino over here, you're going to lose. The United States Embassy will not help you here. That's one of the first things that's on their website. You go up there. When you come here, you're under the laws of the Filipino government. You know, you commit a crime or you know, whatever it is, you know, but, and one is a life, you make a great point. Like I said, if you have a lot at stake, then I would know the law, but know it before you get over here. Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't get married, then go, you know, trying to find out what the laws are. Know them before you get married, before you have a live-in, you know, because I told you this stuff a long time ago, man. The minute she shows up at the airport, she's your live-in. Why y'all send me that video like this is some type of profound information? It's not. It's information I've already given you. If you listen, but maybe I need to put on a bikini and put on a wig, and then y'all listen to me. But, you know, y'all sending me that stuff. Them guys sent it to me like it's the most profound information. Oh, this is a game changer. No, it's not. You know, it's not. Hey, Ty Cromwell, he said 21,000. Good job, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And I owe it all to y'all guys. Sam W. said, hey, Cal, thanks for talking about the subject. Thanks for your prompt responses. No, I appreciate it, man. You know, like I said, I'm never going to get too big. I do miss some of these questions over here, and I apologize, man. Believe it or not. But if I could do them all, that's why me and John, when we're together, we do a whole lot. We get a lot more than just me by myself. Frank L. said, what 49? It's time to panic. What are you talking about, Frank? Ty Cromwell says, having a YouTube channel seems like a lot of work. It's not, man. I enjoy it. Remember, it's like a routine. Remember the video I did yesterday? You got to have some kind of routine. And whenever you helping somebody, whenever you giving back, it's not work. What did Augmendino said, Augmendino, one of them that I read said that when you love your work, you'll never work another day in your life or something like that. No, it's not hard work. As a matter of fact, if you have a YouTube channel in the Philippines, let me put this out there, and I'll argue with anybody about this. There's so much potential content, guys. If you can't come up with a video every single day, people think what I'm doing is a big deal. No, I could put out 2 or 3 a day if I wanted to. It's so much to talk about over here. This place is so interesting. But if you can't, believe it or not, Ty Cromwell, and this is a fact, except for my days I have live stream, and this isn't working, man. Not talking about my live stream. I invest about 20 minutes a day on my channel. If you can't take out 20 minutes of your time every day to dedicate to your channel, to your viewers and your subscribers, you don't need a channel over here. But no, it's not a lot of work. It's really not. You see these guys, man. Yeah, if you want to make these fancy videos, but I'm not. I'm just giving you the nitty gritty, man. That's all I'm doing. I'm just sharing with you my experiences over here. But yeah, if you got the drone and you got to do all the editing, none of my videos are edited. Only these beauty contest ones. And some of the ones early on, but the only editing was, I put thanks for watching. So I don't even do that no more. I just tell you right out. Cal Devin said, I see you got the carpet growing on the lip. No, my shaver is on a low. It's a low back, Cal. Oh, you got jokes today, Cal? Let me see your haircut. I bet you need a haircut. You ain't cutting nobody's haircut over there. Y'all ain't got no brother barbers in Alaska. What's up, Nicholas Cherry? Thanks for joining us, brother. He said, wish you win a sack of rice. Now the winner is 10,000 pesos. Look, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all, because of y'all, not me, and even man, before you guys start matching my money, the prize money, I was told that the 5,000 peso first prize was more than than a normal beauty pageant over here. I didn't even know it. I just threw that number out there because I said, hell, get people interested. But then the guy said, hey, let's jack it up to 10,000. Now I know it's way up there. Nobody's doing that, Let's see. Nicholas Sheriff said, win a night at the Sunshine Bungalow. That's free anyway, brother. Hey, John, thanks for joining us. Oh, wow. Blue Water said, hello from Cincinnati and living in Zamboanga City. That's where my son is. I came from there last September, Blue Waters. But I've lived on and off in Zamboanga really since I've been coming over here. Well, since 2010. And I lived in Cincinnati, man. Mock. I hope I'm saying it right. He said, I just don't understand why any single dude with a little something going for himself would want to get married to anyone. Yeah, and that's just your, opinion. And there's no right or wrong answer, guys. I'm just telling you that when we come over here, for some reason, we get married. They put us on the clock. And then we start investing over here. One of the big mistakes I see guys make when they come over here is they recreate their life in their own country over here. You don't want to do that. You want a new life over here. So when you come over here, take your time. You set your rules. Go back and look at my video, Jordan Rules. It's like a comical video, but it's telling the truth, man. Look, you don't come over here to live on somebody else's terms. You're going to have to live on your own terms over here. You might as well stay home, man. Why come over here all that way? Just for a new address. But that's one of the biggest things I see guys do. We recreate our same life, that same stressful life from there over here. Don't do it, man. And one of them is getting married too soon, getting married to the wrong person, racking up all these bills, racking up all this investments, because now you can't sleep at night. Is she going to, because now you got all that to lose. If I walk away from $1 million pesos over there, so what? Okay. But I'm not going to, it's not going to go any higher than that. It's just, you got to protect yourself, guys. Okay. Frank Ellis said, no Filipinos getting jacked from me unless we're in something tight. That should be the rule anyway. But listen, also I'll put down here, do the right thing by the woman. Anyhow, while she's with you, and if you're in something tight for 4 or 5 years and you walk away, you know what you leaving her, the situation you leaving her in, and kick her a little something, man. That's for you. It's not for her. Because if you don't, and she becomes this scorned woman, you're going to have problems. She may get a lawyer. Now you got to leave the Philippines, because you're not going to win a case over here, guys. Hey, M&M Journey, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it. Adam Chandler said, Calvin said it before, her family would be way scared in courts. If it goes sour, you have to change islands, no question. Oh, absolutely. If it goes sour. And it's like I said, go ahead and do the right thing, man. If you can give up, after you've been with her 4 or 5 years, you tell me she ain't worth $1,000, 50,000 pesos will put her on her feet for a while, at least until she can get her head together, get her feelings together. Hey, Blue Wallace, he said, hello from Zamboanga City. I'm new to your channel. Welcome, man. Yeah, I know. I lived in Tamaga, but see, I lived among the locals. I always do. I don't live in some fancy tower, condominium in Cebu or Makati or something, talking down on nobody and all that, man. I live among the locals, and that's why I'm able to find out a lot of the things I'm able to find out on. Yeah, John Wells, that's true. We can't take each other every day. Oh, Levon White said, Cal, it's the same injury from his son. I guess he's had some problems with it. I didn't recover. Man, that was some bad news, brother. Hey, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience. Check out his channel, guys. Matter of fact, I think he's moving from Dumageddon heaven. He no longer wants to be a Dumageddon disciple. He's moving down to Mindanao. Is that right, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience? He's going to sell his house. He told me. He's got a nice house too, guys. Anybody interested in moving to Dumageddon, and his house is in a gated subdivision and everything, you can go on his channel and see it. And he's got a good price on it. So, yeah, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience. Check him out anyway, man. He's got some, down-to-earth videos. I think you'll like his channel. Hey, Brian Bonds, thanks for that super sticker. I really appreciate you guys, man. But, yeah, he's moving. He's no longer going to be a Dumageddon disciple. He's going down to Mindanao. Probably, I think your wife is from Butuan City. And I've been there before. I stayed a week there before. It's like a 35-minute flight from Cebu, but it's in one of them prop planes. And it's going to scare the hell out of you. But once you land, you're going to be fine. But, yeah, it's going to scare you may need to bring a couple of rolls of toilet paper with you, man, because every time I've flown, at some point, it gets rocky. And it's such a short flight, man, but at some point during that flight, it gets rocky in them damn prop planes. Cliff and Rue said, yes, sir, you're speaking the truth. Yeah, man, the only thing we have to fear over here, guys, is ourselves. Okay? Most of the Filipinos you deal with, they're not going to take you to court. They don't want anything to do with the courts. They don't know the law. But they don't have to. They know what to do to get what they want. And we willingly just turn over everything to them anyway. Look, imagine sending millions over here before you ever meet her, thousands of dollars before you ever meet her. So you know she's not gonna take you to court. King Arthur said, as Marines would say, some guys are sea lawyers. Yeah, and jail lawyers. If you really have something to lose, I would get me a lawyer, but I would do it before, not after King Arthur. See, and that's what we do a lot of times. We come over here because most of the guys watching this video right now have never been here. You have no experience with a Filipino. You're just watching these videos and you think, I ain't going to apply to me. Man, you get over here, man. You see that long flowing hair, the beautiful skin, man, the innocence, the beauty of these women here, man. She's going to disarm you. You're going to forget everything the Filipino P says, everything the Paul says, Sunshine Shoulder says, everybody says, Pumpkin Joe. You're going to forget all that. And you're going to be in trouble, man. You know, but don't take my word for it. Wait till you get over here. K. Earl said, live your best life and do what is right is what you should do. Absolutely. And you can avoid a lot of this stuff. But see, the thing about it is some of us going to think we're going to be slick over here. We try to get something for nothing. And like I said, I can't teach morals. I can't teach character. That's something you either were taught at home or you were born with, but I can't teach it to you. So, but if you come over here trying to get slick, your stay over here is going to be short. You're going to have an exit plan. It's either you leaving, running out of here, or getting flown out of here in a casket. Belizean Edwin says, guys, if you have a girlfriend that you meet at the airport, I can promise she will never want to go home, especially if she's sleeping good inside a hotel bed. Absolutely. That's what I said. So, you're going to get the live-in partner right away. How can you, unless you're just going to be, that's why I say, if you don't want the live-in partner, don't have her meet you at the airport. Frank L. said, Cal, does your girl realize she was in that pic with you and Booby? She looked amazing. Yeah, it was just something I put because a lot of times if you don't put a thumbnail up there, YouTube will come up with something. And I think the thumbnail that they had for me was, I forgot what it was. I think it was just a telephone pole or something stupid. Yeah. Yeah, Jason Flynn, he said, Cal Deadman, he said wig and bikini. I thought Tyler Perry. I'm like, no, I'm just saying, a lot of, when they sent me those videos, it's like, oh man, this is profound information. I'm like, well, you haven't been watching my videos then. I'm basically not giving you those laws, but just telling you certain things about Filipinos wanting to be live-ins immediately. Hey, what's up, James Lyons? He says, I get what you're saying, but one of us is bound to get unlucky and get prosecuted by the law of cohabitation. Murphy's Law applies everywhere. Yeah, but here's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Even if that's true, brother, if you don't want to and you don't have that fancy SRRV where they holding money of yours as an investment, as a deposit, then you just get on the plane and go home. That's not hard to do, is it? Because you said, I get what you're saying, but one of us is bound to get unlucky. Well, guess what? There's no cohabitation or marriage laws over here that the United States government is bound to respect over there. All right? That's all you have to do. Now, at the same time, James, let's be fair. If you have a big investment over here, a business, a nice resort, a nice home, cars and stuff like that, you want to know the law first, okay, before you start doing that. Why would you do all of that without knowing what the law is? See, most of us, James, are not going to be like you. They're not going to be like my friend Doug in Calatrava with that nice resort on the beach, nice restaurant, 650 square meter lot. We don't have that kind of money. See, should he know the law? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure he does. But me, what are you going to get from me? You know, but if I had money to lose, yeah, I'd get me a lawyer like Steele says. I agree. If you have money, see a lawyer about a prenup. Absolute community property is scary. It is. If you got money, most of us are, you know, hanging on the edge of our chin over here. We walking on thin ice over here. You know, we ain't got nothing that, you know, that she can take. Frank L said, oh, 49, yeah, peso exchange rate. Yeah, 49.76. They had some crazy reason. I read that today, why it's strong now. It's the strongest it's been in 3 weeks. Ex Nilio 415 said the only thing to fear is fear itself. Well, that and the clap and HIV. Yeah, well, you got to be careful over here. But whenever I suggest to you guys to, hey, you know, go to the doctor with the girl, I get pushback. Oh, she's not going to want to do that and all this and all that. Well, I'm sorry, then. You have to throw her back in. Hey, W. Fernandez, thanks. He said, what's up, Cal? First time able to catch your live stream. Man, welcome, man. I appreciate it. We just be on here, man, talking about any and everything. Some of these guys be cutting up. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience says that content editing is me, Calvin. It takes 2 to 3 days per video. Extremely time consuming. Okay. See, there's your answer, Ty Cromwell. Some of these channels, like Pumpkin Joe's, you know, when you got, because he got good videos, man, you know, they're well put together. Man, are just raw. I'm just giving you my boots on the ground experience. I'm going to give you the 360. You know, when you come over here, it's just like you're me. See, I'm not, you know, so there's nothing I have to edit. And some guy says, hey, you know, you did this, you did that. And I said, look, man, I'm just having a conversation with you guys on my video. He says, I need to prepare more. Come on, man. There's other channels that do that. Crazy. What's up, Simply Hackers? Nice, thanks for joining us. Cliff and Rue says, you're the real talk YouTuber. Absolutely. That's what I want to do, man. Jack Cromwell says, the only thing I worry about staying in the Philippines for a long time is a barber that can cut black hair. Remember, bring that chalk or you're going to end up like me. Bring that lion chalk or move up around Cebu and Manila, up that way, along the pole, Angeles City, where a lot of black men live, where a lot of black Filipinos live. Half black, half Filipinos, you ain't going to have that problem. But you go to Dumaguete, that's where I got scalped. He literally scalped me. I had a regular land like this. He took my land all the way back here, and it could have been avoided, but she's just sitting there on a damn phone. Because before I went in, I said, look, if you see him going, you know, off track, literally off line, you need to let me know. But now she's into that damn Facebook and everything. I tell you, man, I look like little Sambo when it was all over with, man. And, you know, because I thought he didn't have a mirror either. And I'm thinking I'm looking good, right? You know, if you get a haircut, you know, they say 40% of the time men cheat is after they've had a haircut. Well, I was at that point. I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm looking good, you know. And so we go to Jollibee after it's over with, me, my son, my wife, and her mother. And, you know, my son's just looking at me, that craziest look on his face. And I turned and looked into my reflection in the mirror, man. I could have killed her and that barber. Man. Hey, Simply Hackers, he said, how's your life and family? Great. How you doing? I promise you, it couldn't be any better. King Arthur said, Cal probably looking like Mo Howard from the Three Stooges. Oh, man, my line was messed up. Just the BO2 says, are the pageants typically free to watch? Yeah, they are over here in the Philippines. Somebody said they can't wait till the pageant. Yeah, Friday night at 8 p.m. is when Philippine time is when that we're gonna cut it off at 6 p.m. Friday, add up, do the tally, add up all the votes, announce the top 10 at 8. Then they're gonna have till midnight to send me that video. Then first thing Saturday morning, I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel. Then y'all can go vote. So they may have whatever. I'm gonna tell them tomorrow. Whatever you think, you can wear whatever you want. If you want to wear a bikini, if you think that's gonna get you more votes, if you want to wear a gown, if you want to wear your Sunday best, whatever it is, you know, because that 10,000 pesos is a lot of money over here, guys. I don't care what nobody says. Hey, Yardy knows. Said, what's up, Calvin? I watched that same video and not once did it cross my mind to send it to you. Don't know why people send you that stuff. Yeah. I don't either. I'm saying, but they thought it was a game changer, and I'm saying it's not a game changer. Can it be a game changer? Yeah, if you come over here and you've got millions and millions and millions of pesos invested in a business, in a house, cars, motorcycles, you know, the stuff we do, a nice resort. You probably better know them laws and what they are. Okay? Know them before, not after, you know, because most of us that come over here, hell, we're walking on thin ice. We liable to have to borrow money from the damn Filipina. So it ain't a whole lot that they're going to get from us. And there's no cohabitation law. There's no absolute community property laws or anything like that over here that the United States government is bound to respect. If you're worried about that, get on a plane and go back home. If you're worried about it, get you a lawyer before. Find out what's going on. Or just treat the woman nice. Do the right thing. If you break up, kick her 1,000 or something, man, and keep her on her feet for a while. That's a lot of money over here, 50,000 pesos. Hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. He says, as long as your woman is good with your looks, nothing else matters. Now, I got to be good with my looks too, brother. I'm sorry. Because, you know, Filipinos, they're going to go by your character anyway, to be honest with you. You know, but no, I've got to, you know, that gives you some type of confidence, man. But I get what you're saying. But, yeah, they're going to like you anyway. W. Fernandez says, checking in from San Antonio, Texas, looking forward my move to the Philippines. I was in the Navy with a Latino guy. Me and him got real close. And he had some kin people. He was from San Antonio, Texas, but he had some kin people out in San Diego. He took me over their house, man. And you talking about a culture shock. I mean, I'm talking about in a good way. The food, I mean, they were playing instruments and stuff. Frank Ellis said 10,000 pesos is big time in the Philippines. Those girls will be pulling each other's hair. I tell you, the guy, and he knows who he is. My first place was 5,000. He said, Calvin, let's bump it up to 10,000. Maybe it'll make it interesting. Well, it did. It doubled the field. But now this top 10, when I make the announcement tomorrow, you can wear whatever you want, look your best, tell us why you should be Miss Sunshine Shoulders. It's going to get interesting, guys. Look forward to that. Smoky Mountain Mahler said, only number 5, Ty Cromwell? It is some beautiful women in there, but we're only scratching the surface, man. I thought I would have at least 100 participants. But remember, a lot of women over there are shy, you know, they're bashful, and they've got this foolish pride. But guess what? once they seen that it's not anything to be afraid of, I get at least 2 or 3 people a day asking me, can they join? It's too late. Nice looking. This one Filipino, I mean, she's built. She's a Filipino brick house. I mean it. And she founded this group. And I have to go on here to tell you, but it's called Filipinas Love Black Men or something. She's the founder of it, man. She would have easily probably win this damn thing, but it's too late. Blue Water said my wife is Chavacano, wouldn't change life in the Filipinas for nothing. Yeah, and my wife is too. She's Chavacano, and that's something else. That's another language, guys, altogether. Mark Ratner said Jordan Rules was your funniest video, hands down. Thanks, Mark. But a lot of that's true, man. You know, it's not tongue in cheek, really. It's funny, but you better do that stuff, man. James Lyon says they can't help themselves, brother Calvin. Hot pants syndrome, brother. Absolutely. And that's why they don't need, the Filipino will never need a lawyer, okay? Because by the time it gets to that point, she's already got what she wants before it ever gets to that point, because she knows what to do to get what she wants, guys. I promise you that. Cal Dedman says, okay, where's Lynn in San Diego? Daz says, Simply A is here. He said, I love it when the ladies join. Yeah. Well, you know, Lynn got mad at me when I made that pandemic booty video. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you real life. And if you know, I was just saying that the cost of prostitution and having a night out with a lady has dropped dramatically because of the pandemic. But she got mad at me for some reason and says, oh, it brings out the weirdos on your channel. I said, don't you realize if you Google prostitution in the Philippines, thousands of videos come up? I mean, don't blame that on Sunshine Shoulders. I didn't do that. Steele says girlfriend, but no common law. Is it possible? Absolutely. Because right now, this new breed of Filipina, she's not in a hurry to get married. See? She wants to know what she's getting into, because a lot of her friends, a lot of her relatives have been getting mistreated, and the grass wasn't always greener on the other side of the ocean. J.H. said, Calvin, peso to dollar. 49.76, Jay. It went down. W. Fernandez says, I plan on building a house over there, but I'm going to put it in my sister's name. Remember, she's a Philippine citizen. Yep, that's smart. Now, see, you could do that, too. That's another way to own land over here. But remember, we can own the property. You can own the house, Fernandez. You can own the land, but only under certain circumstances. Frank Ellis said expats have control. They have to set the ground rules. Yeah. The man who has the gold makes the rules or something like that. It's true, you know. But what we do is we come over here and we fall in love, Frank. And now our thinking, it clouds our thinking. It clouds our decision making. And so does those beef curtains, the quietest place on earth. When you come over here and you experience this Filipino for the first time, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And I'm not objectifying women. I'm just telling you the facts. You know, hey, Michael Onstadt, what's going on? He said, thanks for the super chat. He said, great advice, Calvin. It's just common sense advice. Michael, thank you. And Michael Onstadt is our resident. You know how all them other channels, they have these resident specialists. Well, he's our resident insurance specialist. Talk to him about life insurance, health insurance, like that, if you on my channel. He doesn't pay me for that or anything like that, but I'm retired. He's not. And he's got 32 years in. I got 18. He knows what he's talking about. he actually lives over here, so he can really help you find the right type of policy for the Philippines, guys. It's really important. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience says, thank you, Smokey. If I don't feel like I'm making something of value, I don't want to do it. Yeah. And a lot of people feel that way. And it's no right or wrong. You know, it's just whatever you want to do. But Ty Cromwell asked me, it seems like having a YouTube channel is a lot of work. And I said, well, me, it's not. I love it. And I don't know who said it, but somebody said, when you love your work, you'll never work another day in your life. And that's really where I am with my YouTube, man. It's not work to me. Okay. Blue Water says, I live in Borlan, Buena Gatas, deep in the locals. Now, is that up there in them mountains? Is that over there close to where Heidi, the gold medal winner? Because that Buena Gatas sounds familiar. Mama Baby Garcia. Good morning, Sir Calvin. Good morning. It's a Smoky. I heard it was 48 PHP to the dollar on the radio this morning. No, that's probably Western Union or something like that. No, it's 49.76. The highest has been in 3 weeks. And Pumpkin Joe says, yeah, I'm moving to be closer to family. I don't blame you. Being a Dumagetti disciple is hard work. Hey, retired 2019 said, hey, Calvin, I'm enjoying live in North Carolina. What part of North Carolina are you in, retired 2019? I forgot. I think you said Cary, if I'm not mistaken. Believes in Edward says, guys, please make sure that you never go to jail in the Philippines. It's going to take you 10 years to see the judge or longer. You are guilty, proven innocent. Yeah, I did a video on that before. Going to jail over here. Well, it's called Locked Up in the Philippines. I wouldn't let my dog spend a night in jail here. Every single jail here is overcrowded. And that's a fact. But he's right. There's no right to a speedy trial over here. There's no arraignment. If I committed a crime, I don't care if I committed murder in Louisville, Kentucky, I'm going to have an arraignment the next day, the next morning. Cliff and Rue said, we're getting ready for our move to the Philippines. Come on. He said, Salamat po, Brother Calvin. Yeah, anytime, man. You know, somebody's going to buy that house, probably another foreigner. More than likely. Simply Aka says, falling in love with beautiful Filipinos without doing your research, meeting her family, and getting to know her. Boom, you're going to get scammed. Woo, Filipinos are scammers. No, you scammed yourself. Absolutely right. Thank you, Simply. Now, that's the nitty gritty coming from a Filipina. And it goes right into the title of the subject of the live stream today. Only thing men have to fear over here is ourselves. Filipinos don't scam you, man. We scam ourselves. We're complicit in the scam. Imagine sending a woman $1 million pesos. You never met her. But then when she runs off with somebody else, you're going to say she scammed me. Rit 5014 said, Calvin, you were right about the Jesus freaks. I did encounter one, LOL. Yeah, don't get me in trouble with that, man. But yeah, they're here, and they're gonna want you to marry them before you ever have any intimacy and all that. They're gonna want to make you take the greatest risk of all time, and they're not gonna do anything until they check with Jesus and what would Jesus do and all that. You see, I don't knock people's religion. I promise, I take it serious. My father was a preacher, man. I know that, but I'm just telling you that that's the type of women some Philippines are like that. They're going to want you to marry them first, and, it's just you go to church with them every 2 or 3 times a week. You sing Kumbaya in the park, with the rest of the Jesus freaks with them. And, you know, to some guys, that's not going to be what you come over here for. But to others, if you're a Jesus freak in America and you come over, then that's right along your line. And guy says, oh, why you call them Jesus freak? That's something that comes from the 60s, guys. That's not something I made up. OSC Mont says, hey, Calvin, if you put on a bikini and wig, I would send you 5,000 pesos. Yes, 5,000 pesos. No joking. If you wear a G-string. No. I'm not going to sell out like that, man. That's funny. Wonders of Life said, Funky Joe experience, I can understand. So far, you've been on point. Yeah, he wants to get closer to his wife. Now, imagine now, normally people want to get away from the family. He wants to get closer because when you with a Filipino, man, family is everything. It's family over everything, you know, and it's better to be closer to the family, you know, to be honest with you, because most of them are never going to ask you for anything. And you can easily get around that. Either say no, which is the default word over here, or give her a couple of thousand every month. That's no big deal. Give it to the mother. Okay, retired 2019, he says, Calvin, I'm in Cary. Now, how far is that from, I know when I go to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, I see that North Carolina sign. It's not that far to North Carolina. Are you close to there? Hey, guys, yeah, Efren Dunlap says, get those thumbs up. Y'all know that helps me, man. Come on, it's free. Yeah, George says at OSC Mont. No, I ain't going to sell out like that. Because that wouldn't even be worth 10,000 US, because that would, man, they would be making videos about me. You think the videos they're making about me are ridiculous now. Imagine if I had that. Jacob Tanjay says at the Sunshine Crew, I need to test drive it first. Absolutely. And, you know, I don't blame you. And they're going to let you, they're going to give you a free test drive. And that's what a lot of these car lots are doing in America now. Because they know once they get you in that driver's seat, you more likely you're going to buy it. And that the Filipino thinks the same way. So you're going to give you a free test drive. You know. Hey, baby Sakara. She said, good morning, Sir Calvin. Done, like, and share, Sir Calvin. I think you're one of the, I'm almost sure she's one of the contestants, guys. What's up, Benny from the Bronx? Yeah, Roy Jones says, I want a lady in the public, but a freak in the sheets. Yeah, but that's what you're going to get. I even did a video on that. And the Filipino is the quintessential lady in the streets, freak in the sheets. I promise you. When you there's not one hair out of place when you see them at the mall, at church. Everything is pristine and pressed and clean. And she's just sitting there like, you know, little Miss Muffet. But the minute you get up behind them closed doors, yeah. Brian Bond said, I used my cheap $100 Android phone to record my apartment in Hawaii and sent to my friend. Video quality was good, no editing. I was like, what's all the fuss about creating YouTube video channels? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What's all the fuss about it? I think some people are trying to make documentaries or something. You know, I don't know. But it's not. You know, that's why I was telling John. He said, oh, you know, like it's a big deal. I said, John, you just sit behind the camera. You make the video. You upload it to YouTube. That's it. The same YouTube that you're watching me on now. You don't have to make a special YouTube. Sam Champion said, that is absolutely correct. Get close to her family. She will love you forever in 3 days. They will return to closeness as well. Yeah, that's what you want, man. You don't want a Filipino to be miserable, man. You take away from the family. See, that's one of the reasons I said, keep your Filipino here. Yeah, they heard all the stories about America and all of that. But if you're able to retire here and keep her here, it's your odds of making it past that 8-year mark are going to get a lot better. I've got a friend named Fred Baldwin, and I'm sure he's not afraid of me. I mean, won't mind me using his name. And I don't know if it's a real name anyway. But anyway, he's been married to Filipina. I think they've been married, let's see, I want to say 32 years or something like that. They live in Guam. They've got a house in Guam and a house here. See? Look how close that is. They can come here anytime they want, you know. Nephew Smooth says, Uncle Calvin, what are the requirements of using a realtor and a bank to buy a home there? I don't know. Now, most of the stuff over here that I know about is cash. As far as foreigners is concerned. Now, I know that Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience used a broker to find him a house, and now he's using the broker to help him sell it. So he would be somebody to talk to ask that, you know. But remember, if you're going to do something like that over here, man, that's a lot of money, you know, you're looking at to try to, I don't think you want to do that. You're recreating all that stress and strain from there here. Just save you up $20,000, $30,000, and buy your house. I mean, you know, build your house or buy your house straight out, man. You don't want them kind of worries over here, Nephew Smooth. Simply I could say, nowadays, I advise you guys to meet the woman, know their family. Don't fall for editing or filtered pictures. Be wise, my friends. Yeah, and even Simply Aka said this. She says, just because you're chatting with somebody on Skype doesn't make her your girlfriend. How many messages, how many emails I get every single day? She doesn't ask me for anything. Yeah, I help her out, and we talk every day on Skype for 4 or 5 hours. Well, the other 4 or 5 hours, she's talking to Joe Blow. John Wells says, the happiest expats that I meet have embraced their wives' families. Yeah. I mean, that's a smart thing to do, guys. Bobby G said, Calvin, how you feel about bringing her home for a visit? Absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with bringing them home. When I did that video, what I was talking about was the risk of bringing Filipinos to your country. That's really what I was saying. I wasn't saying there's nothing wrong with it, because some guys over here, some guys don't want to live here, and some guys, they don't have the money to, you know, to retire and live here. But yeah, but see, once you take them to America, man, America's like a Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus, man. And you can't miss what you never had, Bobby G. See, as long as she's never been there, I mean, she say, oh, well, take the Philippines, let her see the world. Well, if you take her around the Philippines, you're going to show her the world, because most of them have never been out of their hometown. And this is facts. They've never been anywhere except maybe Manila. Maybe they had a job in Manila. Maybe they had a job in Cebu. You take her around the Philippines, you're going to show her a new way to live. Steele says, assess her family, not just her, and don't be blinded by testosterone. Yeah, you can learn a lot by being around a woman's family. I mean, the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree, guys. Y'all know that. And he's telling the absolute truth about that. If you go around there and you see them, you know, doing a whole lot of shady stuff, then she's probably got that in her too. Because, you know, a Filipino can do, they're patient, and we're not. They can, listen to this, they can fake it till they make it a whole lot longer than you think they can. You know, that's why you gotta you got to wait them out, man. You can't come over here right away falling in love, getting married, taking them back to your home countries because you don't know who you're dealing with, guys. It takes a long time. Remember, we're on the other side of the planet. They have a whole different culture, a whole different way of thinking and doing things. Just because she's got good beef curtains and the quiet place on earth and, you know, whatever, the nappy dugout, that's not a reason to marry somebody. Truly, man, I'm telling you. But we do it, guys. Sam Champion says, when I went to the Philippines to meet up with my then fiance, I went with gifts for everyone. Now they all love me as one of their own family members. They rolled out the red carpet for me. I became a star. Yeah, if you show them kindness, generosity, and respect, they're going to give it back to you 10 times. I always say it's the brightest red carpet you've ever seen. And it's true. Nobody is going to welcome you like Filipinos welcome you. Like that Filipino is going to welcome you, by the way. Okay, guys, here comes my engineer. I got to do some business with him. I'm going to tell my wife to do it. I got to pay, give him a payment. Then I have one payment left. See, that's freedom. Hey, how you doing? Let me open it up. All right. Wait, guys. Come on in. Get that money. Okay. That'll be, like I said, the last part of September. Because YouTube puts that money in somewhere around the 21st. But the 21st fell on a Saturday. That's why it's this long. Yeah, but see, I'm not going to have that other until the end of I told him I started. I'll get it. But yeah, if I could get that receipt, I would appreciate it. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Let me ask you something real quick. You know, on that roof, the roof between the roof and the structure, there's like a little space in between that. It's not. It's not. Are they gonna close that up? I'll show you.
It will be closed.
You know what I'm talking about? Let me show you real quick. Hold on, guys. But I went over there.
You mean from the outside?
Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You'll see. See, like,
Yes, it will be
like,
closed.
there's the club. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Take care.
Oh.
Humping. Hey, thanks, guys. I'm sorry. That's my engineer. If anybody, what's the name of your company? Rock Construct.
Rock Engineering.
Rock Engineer. ROCKK.
Yes.
And he'll give me. I've got his email, but if you want his contact information, I'll get it from him. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Okay, Efren Dunlap says, okay, Calvin, how jealous do the Filipinos get if you do not hit immediately and are able to resist and see other Filipinos? And do they believe they are yours if you hit? Yeah, you're probably, if she's waiting for you at that airport, man, you're going to hit that. And of course, if you try to go somewhere else and meet other Filipinos, they're going to look at you shady because they put us all in one basket. It's up to us to prove to them that we're not like what they believe us to be. See, that's just how it is, guys. You know, so yeah, she's going to be salty, number one. That's why you got to take your time. Don't have nobody meet you at the airport. Why would you have a lady meet you at the airport if you're not going to do anything? If there's no, commitment. Hey, Mona Barcelona says, hey, guys, thanks to everyone who voted for me. Okay, there's Mona, everybody, from Bohal. She says, my first time on this live stream. I don't think I'll make it to the top 10, but I checked all the comments, and let me say I'm overwhelmed by your support. I don't know. It's not too late, Mona. Y'all go on and vote for Mona if y'all want her in the top 10. But that's why I made the top 10. That's why I took it off of Facebook, Mona, because it's really gives certain people an unfair advantage. Okay. Some people have 5,000 Facebook friends. Some people have 200. See? So that's why I did the top 10. Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience says, I see a few foreigners come over with a caste system. Wait, this is interesting. In their head. When they interact with Filipinos, they do so like they're above them. I call everyone sir, ma'am, ati, and akuya. I treat people right. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a great point. That's why, I always tell people to be humble. Don't look down your nose at people over here. Respect them. Because people have less than you doesn't mean they're inferior. But for some reason we think it is because they don't have as much money as you or something like that. Alternative Education and Training Solution says, do not bring her here. You may not like what she becomes. See, but if I say that, they get on my case about it, Alternative Education. Jeffrey Tatter said, Mona, hey. Yeah, see, Mona, I'm glad you're on here, Mona, because you bear witness to what I tell people all the time. Don't be afraid to date single mothers over here. Some of the most beautiful women in the Philippines have children. A lot of men, until they saw you and saw your video, I don't want a single mother. But the minute they saw you, now they done threw it out the window. So thank you for joining the contest. And even if you don't make the top 10, you get a consolation prize of 500 pesos for your time and for your effort. But yeah, I'm glad you joined to show men that, there's nothing wrong with dating single women, guys, especially when they're beautiful like Mona, Now y'all go on there on my Facebook and because I guarantee you, if she gets to the top 10, she'll probably win. If she makes it to that top 10, there's no doubt she's probably going to win. But it's just getting to that top 10. Guy on Girl TV Sharp Game said, what's up, man? Yeah, Steele says the bamboo telegraph works for foreigners too. Be patient. I say be patient. I just say, show respect. Be honest, be upfront. And that way you're not going to have any problems because the one thing you don't want over here is trouble from a Filipina 8,000 miles away. You don't want an angry Filipina 8,000 miles away. Simply Aka said, transgender is making a great deal in our society. Fall in love with the wrong person by seeing a picture or Skype videos can make you regret your life. Take your time, meet the woman and fall in love. Yeah. I don't know why, but when we get over here, well, I know why. We get over here and we speed up because we see women like Mona. Imagine if Mona is waiting for you at the airport. You're going to forget everything I said. Filipinas P says, Pumpkin Joe says, you're going to forget all that stuff, guys. I'm telling you, it's true. Mo says, Mona, you're the top. Well, go on there and vote for her. Frank Ellis says, Mona's in the house. R68 DVR says, I got you, Mona. Efren Dunlap says, Mona, Mona, Mona. Yeah, I'm glad she joined the contest because she shattered that myth about single mothers, man. But I already know. I tried to tell y'all a long time ago. Jacob Tante says, Mona, you were number one on the beach. Yeah, she shattered that, guys. I promise you. Morris Graham said, Cal, my girlfriend had a son when we met. We've been together for 4 years now. That's Marina Caviti. Yeah, man, you know, I'm going to tell you something, man. You guys don't know what you're missing out on. You're passing up some of the most beautiful women. I'm talking about inside and out. I mean, and then you got to realize something. You're coming over here. You got 3, 4, 5 children, but you're going to work that, you know, you're going to say, oh, I don't want a woman with children. Come on, guys. This is 2021. Ronald Pereira says, I'm confused. If your girlfriend owns the land and you own the house, doesn't she still have rights to the house? If she decided you have to leave, you won't have access to the house. But see, here's the thing, Ronald. If I was worried about that, I might as well be in America worrying about it. See, I don't want to worry. I'm not going to bring those worries from over there to over here. That's why I only spent 1 million pesos. Now, if I spent 5 million or, you know, something like that, then maybe I'd be worried about stuff like that. That kind of $20,000 doesn't keep me up at night. You understand? I'm not trying to avoid your question, but I'm just saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm recreating. I've got a new life over here. I don't want anything that's going to keep me up at night and keep me worried and all that. That's not why I'm here in the Philippines. Those are Western problems. You don't bring Western problems over here. Who cares? That stuff's too complicated. You done complicated me. Listen to this, guys, and I'm not picking on you, Ronald. I'm confused. Me too. If your girlfriend owns the land and you own the house, doesn't she still have rights to the house? If she decided you have to leave, you won't have access to the house. See, that kind of stuff drives me crazy, Ronald. I'm not with that, man. I could care less. You know, I didn't build that house for all of that. Hey, main time, what's going on? No, I put my Superman shirt on. I want you guys to listen today about this. Filipinos don't need the court system to get what they want. They don't use the court system. Okay? They don't have to because we voluntarily give them what they want and what they need. And they don't even have to ask us. So, and okay. So what, they have these cohabitation, new laws over here, new laws of marriage, absolute community property. So what? All you got to do is go back to your home country. There's no law over here that your home country is bound to respect when it comes to cohabitation and marriage and all that. Spousal support, child support, anything like that. You know, that's all I'm saying, guys. It's nothing to be worried about. You got to worry about yourself. You're the one who's going to end up robbing yourself. She's never going to rob you. Smoky Mountain Modeler says it would be cool if we met at the Lax. The flight crew wouldn't know what hit them on the flight over at Bobby G. Yeah, I love the challenge. Said my wife had an elderly family member who had plenty of money, owned a house in Guam, but chose to live the simple life in the province to be close to her family. And one thing that, see, Filipinos and Filipinos, they love what they love. And a lot of times when they go to these foreign countries, they can't get what they love, especially a lot of these crazy foods that they eat. and the ingredients and the combinations and stuff, man. You know, they got a thick culture over here. Yeah, Mo says the house will provide a roof and place to sleep long after we are gone. That's the reason I built it. I'm not trying to get all tied up in there on a $20,000 house. Now, remember I said if you have a big investment here, a resort, a business, a nice house, cars, motorcycles, and all that stuff, then you may want to be worried about these laws. But know the law first before you invest 10 million in a business or a house or something. Wouldn't that be, I mean, is that asking too much for you to know the law first? You know, but most of us, what we do, we place the cart before the horse. We do all that stuff first, then we get to scrambling when we see a video like that. Oh, what am I, you know, what's at stake here? It's too late. John Wells said, Mona Barcelona is a star now. Yeah, she was a star the minute she made that video. I think she knew that. That's a fact. Yeah, Morris Graham said, Cal, I'm working in the U.S. and I bought my house in Washington Place, Des Marinas, Cavite for 4 million pesos. I just want our son Morris Jr. to have a better chance at life. And that's why I did it for Booby. See, people don't understand everywhere around the planet, the biggest worry that people have is, where am I going to lay my head? Where am I going to sleep? And it means a whole lot more over here than it does in America, where I'm from. Having a place to stay over here, you can't put a price on it. So to build a million peso house over here, it's like, you know, I mean, she couldn't ask for any more than that. And y'all see what I'm getting from mine. Hey, AC King says to get what they want, those women use the world's most effective bait. And man, it's a good one. They know we can't resist it. Right. You know, so yeah. I've just never known them to go to court. I've been on and off over in the Philippines for 12 years. Never have I met anyone, heard about anyone, certainly don't know anyone where their Filipina took them to court over here for no reason. You know, they've got other ways to deal with it. Remember the video I just did a couple of days ago about that tandem? See? And be careful. I always got to use this because John made a great point with this. You don't want to be worth more dead than alive, man. When you come over here, you invest in, listen, man, $200,000 in America is a lot of money. Imagine what it is over here. You got a business over here. You build a house over here, a resort or something like that for 10 million pesos. Now you got problems, man. You better have a good lawyer and everything else. See? But most of us, we don't have anywhere near 200,000 when we come over here. Those laws really don't apply to us. You know, because all we're going to do is cut and run if you try to come after the little 1,500 pension that we've got or something like that. See? The Jag says, where can I see Mona's video? Go on my YouTube channel. It's a sneak peek at the Miss Sunshine Show's beauty contest. Or you can go on the Sunshine Show's Facebook page. And I think she's contestant number 30, if I'm not mistaken. Mona Barcelona says, I suggest start with Cebu, then go island hopping around Versailles. I tell them that all the time, Mona. Maybe they'll listen to you. Because I like Bohol. I like Cebu because it's close to Bohol, it's close to Dumaguete, it's close to Siquijor, it's close to a lot of places. Love Beat Muse said, John Wells, oh, okay, first, where's number 17? I just heard Calvin explaining for the 15th time he bought the house for his child. He keeps trying to tell some Western thinking men it's not about that. Yeah. Yeah, it's not about all that other stuff, guys. Not $1 million peso house. I don't want to recreate my life over here that I had in America. I want something different. Hey, Perry, what's going on? But we want to complicate things. Yeah, if you got all that big money tied up over here, Ronald Pereira, and I wasn't picking on you, man. I'm just saying, then you want to get, complicated like that. But most of the people that I'm talking to right now, we're not going to have that much money invested over here because we want our freedom. When you start investing that kind of money over here, man, you're not going to sleep good at night. See, look at what happened to the guy over in Colombia. He wasn't over there 4 months, guys, and he's already spending 200-something thousand for an apartment complex with a business in it. Was there something wrong with that? Yeah, for that short of time he's over there. And guess what happened? It cost him his life. That's a lot of money in Colombia. It's a lot of money in America, and it's definitely a lot of money in the Philippines. You start fooling around with money like that over here, you're worth more dead than alive, and you're going to pay the price, man. You're not going to sleep good at night. That's for sure. Hey, Edgar Castilla, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it. There's B Gun, my hometown. He says, Lapu-Lapu, Cebu Hills. I love Lapu-Lapu, but I wouldn't live there. I used to live in Moncton. And I liked the apartment we had, but I didn't like the fact we were so far away from everything. I had to walk a long way just to catch a tricycle. Then, once the tricycle takes me to the mall, then I can catch a taxi over to Cebu. AC King says, if I had 200,000 spending money, I sure as hell wouldn't bring it over there. I would buy out small pieces as I needed, just what I would need to live in some comfort and security. Exactly. And that's all I'm saying. But no matter what people say, most people on my channel, AC, they're 45 and over. They're going to, they know, what to do. And that's how they got 200,000 to begin with. But when you're talking about bringing that kind of money over here, you better rethink it. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He says, don't worry about cohabitating unless you're buying a lot of assets together and you can't show that the money's coming from you. Besides that, you are fine. Absolutely, man. It's not that complicated, guys. The people at the bank, man, don't you know, I'm talking about the bank where I do business, where, I transfer money from my account in America to the bank here. Okay, when you take out a certain amount, I think it's over $1,000, you have to get approval. Don't you know that even though they know the laws over here in the Philippines, they know who's buying that house, they know who's paying for it. Okay? She wouldn't have, if I wanted to fight that and make it all complicated, okay, she wouldn't have a leg to stand on because she can't show that she's got the money to buy that house. Okay? But it's not even that complicated because I didn't build it for that. I didn't even build it for that reason. I don't want to be crazy. Yeah, you see, I'm like you, because most of us don't have 200,000, and most of them will be wasting their time and their money. They can't afford to hire a lawyer, to try to take you to court. Hey, T1976. He said, I just wanted to say thank you for all you do over there. Helping people is a blessing. You'll be rewarded. Thank you, man. And I'm going to tell you, I'm already being rewarded, man. It's a law. It's an irrefutable law. Whether people believe it or not, or whether people understand it. When you help other people, you help yourself. Maybe that's why I'm still alive today. Maybe why that no one's killed me. You know, or maybe that's why I haven't caught COVID. You know, you don't understand. People don't understand the law of gravity. They don't understand physics, but they know that it's real. It's irrefutable. If I throw my phone up in the air, it's going to come back down because of the law of gravity. It's the same with the law of compensation, the law of increasing returns. There's a lot of laws, guys, mental laws that we don't even think about that are real. And that's one of them, T 1976. I was brought up in a family. My father left when I was 6. My mother raised us by herself. The typical story over in America, you know, cleaning, washing clothes, cleaning the house, house sitting really for rich people out on River Road and out on Brownsboro Road. That's how my mother raised us. But she raised us with love and compassion, you know, helping other people. How many times I come home from school, there's whole other families living in our house. Yet my mother didn't have any more money, you know. And I know for a fact it works, you know. Yeah, Benny G said, Calvin, there's $20,000 for the house, include all the furnishings and finishes. Well, furnishings as far as, you know, the cabinets and all that, you know, the toilet, you know, and all that, the air conditioning unit and all of that. Yeah, but we're just gonna bring our furniture over here because it's new. But yeah, it includes all that. Mark Ratner and Cal, great points you're making on financing. Wait. Shoot. Wait. I done lost it. Let me get back. Okay, here it is. Mark Ratner said, Cal, great points you're making on financial risk overseas. I plan on visiting the Philippines a few times. Too risky for some of us to move to the Philippines. If you're going to do all that, guys, you know, if you're going to bring all that money with you, then yeah, you better have a lawyer and all of that. I would just keep my money offshore, like AC King said. But, you know, we can't tell people how to live. They're accustomed to a certain lifestyle and they want to transfer that over here. That comes with problems. See, I don't want to do that. I don't want to recreate my life over here. I want a new life. I don't want all the worries that come with having too much, especially in a place like the Philippines, you know, unless you're going to move up there in the BGC area where you might as well stay at home in America then, where everybody around you's got that big money like that. But me, I like living among the locals. And, you know, for me to build, even though it's some nice houses over there, for me to build a $5-6 million house right on my line, man, I would just have been a flashing red lights for the bad guys and everybody to come on over there. See, I'm not going to do that. Eugene Thomas said, I want to build it in the province of Cebu. Yeah, well, the province of Cebu, it means that whole island of Cebu. But if you're talking about the province of Cebu City, yeah. My son lives in the province of Cebu City. He lives in Naga City. Then he lives in Lanas. It's up in the mountains. Hey, Tim's Life Adventure says, thank you for your great information from the Woodlands, Texas. You're welcome, Tim. Thank you. I just share my boots on the ground experiences over here, man. That's really all I do. I just don't want nobody to be blindsided. My channel's for men and women who've never been here before, who have you know, who want to come here for a visit or short vacation or maybe to retire. Well, we don't call it retire. We call it to rejuvenate. Kelvin says you have to have a U.S. address for your U.S. bank account while living overseas. Well, you don't even have to really. I use my daughter's address, but you're still a U.S. citizen, Kelvin. And that's what you have to understand, you're not giving up your U.S. citizenship by living in the Philippines. See, Mark Clossy says, share your blessing, brother. That keeps. That's a law. That's a law that I learned a long time ago. You know, y'all got to realize I stopped drinking over 23 years ago, okay? And one thing that they told me was, if you want to, you got to give it away to keep it. If I want to stay sober, then I have to give away this new life that that somebody gave to me, that's been given to me. I just take it a step further. Ty Cromwell says the guy in Colombia that got killed, I wonder if his woman had something to do with it. You know, that's what I'm saying, Ty. That's a good question. We don't know, but when you start throwing that kind of money around, you know, your woman becomes your adversary. You know, that's a lot of money in Colombia and America and over here. David B said 20,000 is less than 2 years rent here. Yeah, and see, when you buy a house over here for 20,000, see, for a low budget guy like me, that takes my second biggest expense out of my budget, my rent. Okay, that's the number one thing people worry about around the world anyway, is where am I going to live? Get out of the element. So I've eliminated that. For $20,000, guys, that's not a lot of money, man. Okay, so now that's gone. Now the $8,500 that I'm spending over here can just keep stacking up. And because the cost of living in the Philippines is so affordable, that opens up my options. You know, who's to say that somewhere down the line I may want, like the guy said, I may want to add on to my house or something like that. I'll be able to do it. Or I just have the peace of mind of having money in the bank. See, that's what having money in the bank and being way ahead of the game does for you. It gives you a peace of mind I didn't have at home. John Wells said, Kelvin, I have my mail sent to my brother's address. Yeah, see, I have mine going to my daughter's. Yeah, Brian Nichols said universal laws, not man-made. Absolutely. See, it doesn't matter if you understand them or not. They work. I don't know anything about the law of physics. Okay, but I'm not going to argue with anybody about gravity. Okay. And just because, you know, a lot of us profit from these universal laws without ever, accidentally, because we're ignorant of them, but we stumble up on them, you know. Benny G says, hit the like button. Travel Mike says, I was at the store today and a man was counting his change to buy a beer. Said he had been working outside all day. I told him to get whatever he wanted. I had his back. I thought, what would Calvin do? I do that every day. I promise you that. And not to pat myself on the back, but you know, man, if you got it, man, especially in a place like the Philippines, man, why wouldn't you share it? I told y'all guys, okay, the lady across the street, she owns a Christian's catering services. Okay. Doing good business, great business. Okay. Before the pandemic. She said on hard times, you know, she wanted to find some stuff to me. And I said, no. I said, but I've got 1,000 pesos I can just give you. And man, when I gave it to her, man, the woman broke down crying, man. Made me feel bad. I wish I'd had more that I could give her. But, you know, I don't know if it was because it was the stress or just knowing that, you know, somebody cares. I don't know what it was, man. She broke down crying, man, and it almost had me crying. Brian Bond said, Eddie Murphy said in Stand Up Raw, even if the seas roared and cannons exploded, he said, no coochie is worth $100 million. He was referring to John Carson when his wife divorced and wanted millions. Yeah. But see, that's the law, guys. Smoky Mountain Miler says it's worth leasing land to build on. I just keep renting a place. Yeah, if you can find, we bring that up as if leasing land is so easy to do. You got to find the land to lease. In the way that you're talking about, Smoky Mountain Modeler, see, we come online and we say those kind of things, because it's repeated over and over. You got to find a place where you can lease the land. I never had that option. We did look at a piece of land pre-pandemic because we was already thinking about building long before Sunshine Shoulders. Man, this is something I've held in my mind for years, man. The vision of them guys working on my house right now. Not the exact looking house or nothing, but not far from it, because I knew I wanted to, just a conservative house. We looked at a piece of land over in Toledo. It's about a 45-minute boat ride from here. It's on the island of Cebu. $1,000 US. Okay. By the time we were ready to buy it, somebody else purchased it. Okay. David Johnson says, so basically I should meet my new online wife at the airport, go house shopping, bring all the money, invest in a business, flash money, ignore our family, be rude, get drunk, and drive my new scooter. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's what, no, you're saying the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm saying do opposite that. That's funny. King Hardy says less than 20,000 for 2 years. So in 2 years, the house will have paid for itself. No, he's talking about where he lived, King Hardy. Over here, it'll take a little bit longer than that. You're talking about 170. You're talking about it'll take about 10 years to pay for itself. But you can't pay for peace of mind. There's no price on that. And in those 10 years, the price of that lot and the price of the house is going to go way up too, remember? But I just built it because, number one, it was always a dream of mine to own a house outright. No mortgage, no loans, no nothing. I've got a 10-month-old daughter over here. I'm 58. I wanted to, give her a good chance at life, man, a good start. A roof over your head over here, man. It means a whole lot around the world, but especially here. And then just a peace of mind, man, I don't want any bills over here that I don't really have to pay. I mean, I got the chance to, to buy a house for 20 grand. So I came over here with 17,000 in December the 5th, 2018, when I got off the plane in Cebu City. I had 17,000 altogether on my card, and in the bank and cash in my pocket. I came here to build a house. It didn't happen. My wife and her mother, they talked me out of every house and every project I was trying to do, because in their minds, 17,000 at that time was about 850,000 pesos. That's a lot of money. But see, they can't imagine spending that kind of money on a house because it's lifetime money for them. You see what I'm saying? They never dreamed of having that money at one time, okay? So that's why I tell you, when you build a house, when I built this house for $20,000, that's not anything to shake your head at. That's a lot of money over here for the average Filipino, okay? And when I got a chance to jump on that for 20,000, I wasn't going to let it go. I used the savings that I had that was left over from that and money that I earned from my YouTube channel, to buy this house. And remember, I'm not paying for it right out cash because I didn't have it. I'm doing the Filipino mortgage. I gave him $6,000 Then I gave him 6,000. Then today I gave him 4. So that's 16. I owe him 4,000 more. He wanted it all today. I'm like, man, I already told you when I started, I'm not rich like that. Okay. And, he says, oh, I want it all now so I can buy everything and blah, blah, blah. No, look, you're going to get this other 4,000 when I get it, and me and him can talk like that. I'm being straight up, man. I don't have, I don't want you to think, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Okay. I know the engineer's earning money off this house. Okay. So in other words, he wants his money up front. Now you build that house. You'll get your money. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. But yeah, I jumped on that 20,000, man. Edgar Castillo says sharing is caring is a beautiful thing to have enough for yourself and for others. Yeah. And it doesn't take a whole lot over here to help people. Nowhere, really. It doesn't have to be money all the time. Ty Cromwell said, Calvin, is your neighborhood considered middle class? Is it very clean? It is. I live right now in Margarita Village, Ty. Where I'm living now is called Margarita Village Extension. They've just extending it. It's a private owned land back there. That's why you don't see the streets finished and all of that, because if the city owned this, San Carlos, all that be finished by now. So I don't know if they're in negotiations, if they're ever going to, the city's ever going to buy that. But if they do, it'll look just like, it'll look a lot like this. But they call it extension. Yes, consider middle class, because you have to realize is this. Middle class over here somewhere when you're earning somewhere between, I'm going to say $500 and say up. I'm going to say $500 to $1,500 a month over here is considered middle class. Anything out of that, you're in the upper class, upper middle class. And then if you're earning somewhere around 3, 4, 5,000 a month as a Filipino, you're in the upper class. So yes, middle class, even where I live now. Yeah. Mark Ratner said, Cal, your $20,000 house could be worth a lot more in the future, especially if and when we get past this pandemic. I was talking to Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience about that and about him selling his house. Who knows what the market's going to be when this opens back up. Is it going to go up? Or is it going to go down? Probably up over here. Brian Bond said, Cal, you did it right, buying a home for $20,000. That's smart. Keep it simple, especially for your kids. You'll have a leg up in life. Yeah, and it's keep it simple is what I'm doing. That's how I live my life now. I'm not going to complicate it over here, man. I promise you, I sleep good at night, man, knowing that's all I have, invested is 20. And I'm going to be able to pay that 20. I'm 16 in now. Yeah. I sleep good at night, man, but when you get over here and you talk to people like that engineer, man, you got to let him know who you really are. Look, man, I told him from the beginning because he had drawn up some plans for the house was like 1.9 million or something. I said, man, I can't afford that. That's way outside of my budget. I said, I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. My budget was $500,000, because, we go around and we see her friends' houses and stuff like that. And she's got a friend who has a house. I think she spent $400,000 or something for it. I would have been happy with something like that. But we agreed on $1 million. And, that's what I did. But you have to be straight up front with them and let them know I'm not this rich foreigner, because there's rich foreigners over here that he probably deals with. I don't have it like them. Certainly not right now, and if I did, I wouldn't be spending it over here like that. But yeah, and I think we've got a better, better lines of communication, even though he just hit me with that. Oh, he wanted the rest of it. Yeah, even if I had the rest of it, I wouldn't have gave it to him. I mean, like I said, I was born at night. I wasn't born last night. I mean, you got to keep honest people honest. In other words, he wants his profit up front. See, a lot of people are really playing this Axie Infinity thing. They don't realize it's cryptocurrency. And I think he's involved with that. But he's smart, man, and I trust him. But I didn't have $8,000 a day. And if I did, I wouldn't have gave it to him. We agreed, if he said 3 months, then it's probably going to take me 3 months to pay him. Cal Debman said SMM Smoky Mountain Mine. Also, I researched typhoons. I'm safe in Ilo. Earthquakes, mudslides, choose wisely. Well, as long as you don't live in the mountains, you don't have anything to worry about a mudslide. Floods, you may want to do that research on that area. Typhoons, not over here. Earthquakes, I haven't experienced that yet here, but I experienced it in Moncton. Richard Hoagland said taxes on Axie game. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Remember, I told you I'm too old to start over with all that stuff, but it's taken the Philippines by storm. Everybody's doing it. That's all they're talking about. Caveman C says, leave your big investments in your home country. I couldn't explain it any better. I don't know why anybody would bring that kind of money over here. It's only going to create problems. But, who am I to tell somebody how to spend their own money? I'm just telling you about me, to be honest with you. Joe B says, I want to come there and hang out with you and John as soon as the Philippines opens up. One of my subscribers arrived yesterday. He's in a quarantine hotel now. He has an SRRV that he purchased back in 2018. He was married to a Filipina for 14 years. They got a divorce over there. He bought the SRRV in 2018. Yeah, Caveman C, this is perfect. He says, only take to the Philippines what you're willing to walk away from it. That's great advice, man. I don't know if you're a lawyer or not, but that's great advice. Christopher Leroy said, what kind of taxes a year on that house? I don't know yet. My girlfriend knows. It's not going to be a lie. I'd say a couple of thousand pesos probably. Maybe 5, 6, 8,000 pesos, something like that. Christopher Leroy. Nothing. I'm going to lose sleep at night. I'm not going to lose sleep at night anymore over here like I did over there. That 30-year mortgage kept me up at night. Just, then those winter electric bills would keep you up at night. That big ass, when I had that, we had a brand new Toyota Solara convertible with the insurance and the car note. It was over $600 a month. See, that kind of stuff keeps you up at night. I don't want that over here. I don't want that stuff, man. That's a fact. I'm not trying to recreate my old life over here. I want a new life. Well, see, I didn't lose the house to her. She lost the house. I should have. I tried to use that old Chinese martial arts technique, when they pull you, just let go and let them fall. So I gave her everything. and she lost it. She couldn't handle it, but it was a big mistake on my part. See, I got some bad information, and I should have kept that house for my kids' future. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, I will rent. I can't have kids. If things go bad, I just grab my suitcase and hop on a boat, go to another island and jump on the pier and say, who's next? Yeah, and that's a great, it's a great idea, really. It's about the freedom over here, to be honest with you. Yeah, Brand Bonds, he said, you left to get away from that. Less is more. See, I'm a minimalist now. I can live off so little than what thought I was capable of in America. And it just gives you a freedom you can't describe, really. You have to experience it, man. Hey, David Garcia said, thanks for the shout out, Calvin. No problem. G. Porosky 1 says, keep it simple. Yeah, that's what I'm doing over here. I'm not trying to complicate it. But yeah, less is more over here because you need a fraction to be happy over here that you did in your home country. There's no reason for it. If I wouldn't have, had my daughter, I probably wouldn't have purchased anyways. She just really kind of sped up that dream, when I thought about her, to be honest with you. Because, my rent's $170 a month. And I could, if I was single by myself, I looked at a place here, me and her did, before we found this one. The rent was it's a good place over here. And John's rent is $5,500. This rent was $5,000, but you had to walk up some steps, and it was one big room with your bathroom. It was in a good neighborhood too. 5,000 pesos. That's $100 a month, man. I mean, what do you need? You get your cable, you get your Wi-Fi. That's it. Get you a nice, comfortable bed, nice TV. Man, you set. Hey, LR, is that Larry? Thanks for that super sticker. Morris Graham said, Cal, what do you think about getting solar panels for your home after your house is complete? Your next big bill should be your electric bill. Yeah, I'm looking into that, Morris Graham. As a matter of fact, me and John was talking to a guy a couple of Fridays ago. He's doing it with his house, and he made some mistakes, and I'm going to talk to him about it. Because the sun, it makes perfect sense here, Morris, because the sun shines every single day. So I at least got to look into it. Because, my next big bill is my food bill, then my electric bill. Hey, Bravo 29 said, appreciate your honesty, brother. Thank you, man. I'm just giving you my real life experience. My channel is real life. But I didn't come over here for all that, man. Brian Bonds is right, man. I sleep a lot better. My blood pressure is down, man. I feel a lot. I'm experiencing a freedom now that I never even knew existed over there. I haven't argued with anybody in almost 3 years. Yeah, Frank Ellis, he said at Ingram Davis, he said, damn, $100 rent. Yeah, John only pays $110. Imagine $110 a month. And that's all he needs, guys. He don't need no big old place like that. That's that American, that's that Western thinking, man. You got to leave that behind over here. I think John's place will be perfect for you and your girlfriend. Now, anything other than that, no, it's too small. But just you, are you and your woman, it's perfect for $110 a month. And then if your electric bill's a little high, so what? Your living expenses here is going to be low. Now your lifestyle is different. You're smoking, you're drinking, partying, traveling. Benny from the Bronx says, yeah, $600 a month is a good payment these days. Yeah, this was back in 2009. I'm just saying, then you talk about the mortgage. We had a van. We had a PT Cruiser. I had four daughters. Every birthday I had to buy 4 of everything. Hey, Ray Cologne, he says, how you doing, Calvin? Miss you at the start, but hello from the Big Apple. Thanks, Ray Cologne. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Mark Classy, he says, do you plan to grow veggies at your new house, brother? Yeah, she's got that all handled. Yeah, Benny, but I tell you what, at one time in America, now this is when I was doing pretty good, but still, my bills was over $5,000 a month. With that highest cable over there, man, I was paying over $200 a month for cable in America at that time. Until somebody told me that all you gotta do is threaten to move to another provider, and they'll find all kind of discounts, which they did. I think when I left America, I'm almost sure I spent about 110, something like that a month. Yeah. Jojo Amos said, laugh out loud, I wish I had a small place like that. Maybe when I come to Negros Occidental. Yeah. All you need is something like that for you and your girl. $110 a month. But the house I was renting before I came over here was 7,500 pesos a month. But it wasn't half as nice as this. But it was still only 100 and what's that? 140, about $142 a month. Bravo 29 said, Cal, can you speak to the brownouts and how you handle them? There ain't a whole lot you can do. If you get a generator if you want, we just usually tough it out. If we get a big enough advance, like sometimes they give you, if they tell us we're going to have a brownout for 12 hours on Saturday, we're just going to get a hotel. Excuse me, I'll go to a resort. But a lot of times you just got to tough it out. And it's okay in the daytime because you can go to the mall, you can go swimming, you can go to the beach. But when they do it at night, Bravo 29, that's when it gets tough. It gets so hot, it'll wake you out of your sleep, because that's what happened to me. The last one we had was at night. It woke me out of my sleep. I got hot and I was sweating. Yeah, Frank Ellis, he said, high-ass cable with low bandwidth. Not over here, but in America. It was high, man. Mark Klaus, he says, my woman there, we're breeding rabbits now. Just got to convince her to eat rabbit. Yeah, I seen on Facebook where a couple of my Facebook friends who live here, they're Filipinos though, and they're growing rabbits. But I don't know if you can eat rabbit in the restaurants anywhere here. I haven't tried it. Charles Mike said, I guess you could buy a battery operated rechargeable fan. If I had that, I could make it. Yeah, they're expensive, but the one I bought in there is broke, and they never did. See, here's the thing. They're not used to that. So you charge those up when there is no brownout. You don't wait till there's a brownout and then you try to charge it. And that's what it was. Jeffrey Taylor said, why do they have brownouts? You can't get a straight answer on that. I don't know. But we've been lucky here lately. We haven't had one in a long time. J.H. says, I got a buddy that moved over there 3 years ago. He has a pension of roughly 242,000 pesos per month. Told me to swim over if they don't let me get on the plane. Man, he's living good then. Let's see. What would that be? That'd be almost 5,000 a month at the rate now. Yeah, Jojo Amos. Yeah, sometimes here they'll tell you, but you're right. They don't always tell you when they're coming. You'll just be watching the movie or taking a shower and the damn lights go out. Hey, Joe B, thanks for the super chat. He said, I love the Philippines and I want to retire there. My biggest concern is the immigration process. Seems to be a big problem. No, it's easy. Philippines has one of the easiest immigration processes of any country I know, especially Joe B, if you're an American. Your passport gets you in for your first 30 days. Then after that, you extend 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, up to 36 months. You leave for 1 day and come back and start it all over again. I don't know if it gets any simpler than that. I promise you. Jerome Morgan said, keeping it simple is the key to true freedom in the Philippines. Yeah, you come over here trying to live the way you were living over there, man. This isn't America. Hey, Fred Baldwin, what's going on, man? I brought you up a minute ago, and I was saying, you had been married to your Filipino wife, I think, for 32 years, but you smart. You didn't move far away. You only live in Guam, and then y'all do own a house here, because Filipinos, they love family. And you take them too far away from their family, you may have a problem. Brian Bond says, I'm 47 and my brownouts in America was my mother not paying the electric bill. We were like, well, it's candles for the week. And that's what happened to the lady in her business across the street. They were using candle power for 2 nights. It's just, I'm going to tell you something. This pandemic, man, these lockdowns, basically lockdowns, killing these small businesses over here. I talk about it all the time. CT Hill said, what's up, Calvin? He said, I saw your other video a while ago on the brand new house that you're having being built, and it's looking real good. Thank you. I did another one up, loaded today, CT Hill, day 55. Cal Dedman says, word to the wise on the generator, get a dual fuel because the gas will gel when it sits. We use propane. That's a great idea. J.A. said, hey, Cal, do you know anyone that has used a reentry stamp for short visits outside the field to nearby countries? I haven't. No. Fred Barber said, how's the baby doing? She's doing well. She's back to normal, Fred. Thank you. And man, that's another thing to keep you up at night over here. Having children over here, guys. You already got grown children, man. I wouldn't suggest it. Would I change a thing? No. I love my daughter with everything in me. She's gave me a new reason to live, but it's a worry. Jojo Amos said, yeah, I see a lot of people try to live like they do in America. I've cut a lot of things that I do not need, or I just want it, and I just want it. Yeah, I did too. I've become a minimalist over here. I don't have a car. I have a bicycle. Nothing in my house costs over $300. I'm in the Philippines. I mean, I'm defeating the purpose, man. True King Gaming says, I'd rather check in the solar panels. I am. I don't like that. It's something about that gasoline and stuff I don't like with them generators. JLM said, what about solar panels? Yeah, I'm looking at that because the sun shines every day here. Benny from the Bronx said, rabbit is $9 a pound here. Tastes like chicken. It's been a long time since I've had rabbit. When my mother used to make it, she would either fry it and then with gravy, or she put it in the oven. But it's been a long time since I had rabbit. What I got over here? Joe B said, "Are frequent brownouts in your area?" We used to have about one a month, but here lately we haven't. Smoke Mount Marla said rabbit stew is pretty tasty. I haven't had it. Fred Baldwin said, I have solar panels on my house and I love it, especially with the cost of power going up. Yes, it's something I'm going to have to look into. Cockney Cliff says, hi, Calvin. Do you have any rights if you have children with a Filipino and you're not married? I'm not really sure, but I do know that my children are all U.S. citizens, not the baby, because we haven't had time to go to Manila to do it now. That's probably about as much rights as you're going to have, because I'm just telling you from my experience, when it goes south, man, they always try to, take control of the baby. My son in Cebu, sad to say that I can't take him anywhere outside of his grandmother's eyesight, because the mother told him that I was going to take him back to America. I was going to kidnap my own son. I would never do that. He's happy. But I'm just telling you that if you decide to have children over here, that's one thing you better stay with her. Jay said, Calvin, seems like my two biggest concerns are going to be a laid out kitchen and decent, safe yard space. Everything else would be a piece of cake to me. No, remember, you can rent a big house over here, man. They've got those big laid out kitchens over here. If, you're going to pay the price for it, just, see over here, $400 for rent is a lot. That'd be 20,000 pesos a month. You could get you a place with a nice sized kitchen and a nice sized yard. If you're just going to rent, no, it's not all, congested. The more money, they say the higher you go in the mountain, the thinner the air, the cleaner the air. The more money you spend, you got a lot more options. Now you're going to have the half-acre lot that I had in America. I doubt it, but you're going to have enough. Benny from the Bronx says, I'm thinking it might not feel the same way there anymore. What do you mean, from back in the olden days? Because a whole lot hasn't changed here. It's gotten better here, but really a whole lot hasn't changed here. And you'll see that. If you've been here like in the 80s and 90s, you're going to come here and be like, man, nothing's changed. Yeah, there's going to be more cars on the road and stuff like that. Joe B said, Cal, do you miss anything from your life in the U.S.? Yeah, some things like Walmart, Kroger's, a lot of the food, but I don't miss the lifestyle. I miss some of the people, but I don't miss my lifestyle. But yeah, I miss the convenience of a lot of things. They're very convenient. But after a while, you just, you adapt. You get used to it. But yeah, I do miss that convenience. Everything works like this in America. But over here, it works like, it works slow, man. Yeah, Mark Classy, as I said, Filipino woman is always right. We will only be the foreigner. And that's why I say, if you're dealing with a woman that's going to try to take you to court, you're going to lose. But more than likely she's not, because she's not going to have to. We usually take good care of the Filipinos over here and give them what they want without the court system or laws getting involved. That's just how it is. But when you're in Rome, the Romans are going to win. This is their home field. And, But what she tried to make bad, good turned out of. She didn't even teach my son English. He's one of the smartest in his class. He already speaks good English. So me and him have developed a relationship, a tight bond. And just about every day we're friends on Facebook and stuff like that. You know, and like for Christmas, he wanted a phone. I bought him a phone. And when pre-pandemic, I'd go see him at least once or twice a month because I'm not far from Cebu. I'm not far from where he lives. I'm even closer to where he lives. Once I go across to Toledo, Cebu, then I'm another 30 minutes from his house. See? Yeah, Joe Beach, I heard you, Cal. Well said. Yeah. Brian Bond says, I lived in China, Vietnam, and Taiwan. One thing I respect about them is they do so much with so little and are not wasteful with their resources. I thought the same thing this morning. I was riding my bike, and I was like, because people tell me, oh, man, your house is too small. And I was like, well, one thing is over here, Filipinos, they don't waste a whole lot of nothing over here. You know, they do a lot with a little. I was just thinking that same thing today. I was riding my bike. I was pulling up to my house, matter of fact. They just don't waste a whole lot, man. You know, I don't need a big house anymore. This house right here is about the same size as the house there, except this goes straight back. And most of the time, I'm just either outside in my bedroom. Only time I go in that living room there is to eat. I watch TV in my room. I'm just simple like that now. You know, I don't have to have a big extravagant house for what? I can only be in one room at a time. Now, what I do like about over there is we're going to have a decent little yard space, man, if you can see. You know, look here, I don't have any yard space. Let me show y'all this. I don't have no yard space. The other side, I don't have no yard space. But there I do. Joe B said, Cal, I'm black. Well, I am too. He says, I haven't had a racial issue while visiting the Philippines. Have you? No, never. And not unless they were thinking it, but they've never said it or never acted it out in any kind of way. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. That's one thing I'm trying to get away from all that. Makes my head hurt. But no, you're not going to have him. I've been over here. Like I said, they treat me like a celebrity, man. You know, Filipinos, they're a lot more mature in a lot of ways than we are when it comes to that. They really do. They're looking at your character, man. You know, they don't really care about what you look like on the outside. Now, will they hire me to play the lead role in one of the teleseries? Probably not. Will I be making commercials over here? No. Those are for the the light-skinned people. But other than that, but that's all over the planet. But other than that, you're not going to. Mac M says, hey, Calvin, checking in from Tokyo, bro. Hey, thanks, man. What's going on over there? Yeah, Mark, I got a simple life over here. It's the best life, man. JH says, Cal, is a lot next to your kitchen side window for sale? If so, and cheap enough, try to buy it down the road. But see, I don't think there's going to be a road coming through there. And see, the problem buying in that area is you don't know what's for sale and what's not. We only found that lot because if you saw that, I got a video of I'm talking to an insurance agent, a woman, Marie Brochi. It was a friend of hers. And I made sure that the lady that we bought that lot from gave her a commission or whatever it was. Fred Baldwin said, I love that Superman shirt. Where'd you get it? One of my subscribers, matter of fact, his name is Fred from Miami, Florida, sent it to me. And I wear it when I want to get guys' attention. And the subject today was men, the only thing we have to fear over in the Philippines is ourselves, when it comes to Filipinos scamming us out of our money and cohabitation laws and marriage laws, because they've never needed the courts to get what they want because we give it to them voluntarily. Before it ever gets to the court, they already have everything they want. The visa, the new life, they've got it all already. No need for that. But know the law, guys, before y'all get over here. Don't come over here, buy the big apartment complex, the nice condo, the big resort, fancy cars and all that. Then get married or have a living girlfriend and then start scrambling, trying to find out, what she can take and what she can't. Yeah, Cal Dem, he said when the family comes over, there's plenty of room for everybody. If you see it's just one big space, see, Filipinos, they're going to use that space. My wife's going to use that space. It's not just going to be the living room. Oh, here's the living room, here's the dining room. No, that whole space is going to be, it's connected for a reason like that. And I'm glad he did it like that. It could really just be one big living room, and then we put our dinette set there and just eat there. That's basically all it is. And then, we have that little kitchen area to the side. See, that's all we need, man. With that refrigerator that I have, we're going to put the gas stove outside. But yeah, guys, I got about 8 minutes left. But one thing I didn't like, see, he was coming from a meeting. I always like to get receipts over here, man. I always like to get receipts, and I asked him for a receipt, but he was at a meeting, so I guess he forgot. He's supposed to bring it back later. I always get receipts over here. I keep all my receipts, Brian Bond said, don't put a target on your back flaunting money. Yeah, or your chest, or your forehead. Because that's what we do, man. John said it best. You don't want to be worth more dead than alive. And when you come over flaunting like that, man, that's what's going to happen. Mark says, when you plan to move in the new house, brother? According to him, he said 3 months. So probably the end of next month, I would hope. Christopher Leroy says, I'm a plumber. Make sure when they drop that tank, get that on the vid. I would like to see it. How often do you got to pump it? I think he said every 5 years. He said by the time we have to pump it the first time, they're going to have a system built in the city, and they'll pump it for us. If not, it's not in the works yet. Bryce Wetzel said, Cal, I've been gone for a while, so when do you think it'll be open for all of us? Thank you. I couldn't tell you, Bryce, because so much is going on here now with this new Delta variant, man. They're setting records just about every day, COVID cases over here. Mike says, that Superman shirt, tandem tag team bulletproof. No. And once somebody see the thing about that tandem, man, you don't never know when it's coming. You don't know, it's best to keep a low profile, man. Don't argue with people, man, because you don't ever know where that's coming from. That tandem, and they're just so, man, they're so efficient, man. Hey, what's going on, Harold Kemp, he says, I'm headed to Eastern Europe for a while. Get that engineer building my guest room. I laugh out loud. Keep up the great work and be safe, brother. Thanks, Harold. Where you going, Harold? Iman Hogan says, while a septic tank is functioning, leave it alone. Yeah, pumping it actually destabilizes it. Let it function by itself. Yeah. I'm thinking he's saying when it's full, I guess. Fred Baldwin, man, you know you welcome. He said, hey, I plan on using the guest room. Now, you know, laugh out loud. Once it's done, Fred, you welcome, man. Any of y'all welcome. Just give me a heads up. I promise. So Burley says, I like the comment about fences and walls make the best neighbors. Yeah, somebody said that. But over here, every house has a fence. And let me show y'all something real quick. I'm going to show you something. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm going to walk out here real quick before I get off here. I'm going to show y'all on my street every single house. Not one, including mine. But I bet not go too far out. But I see every house. If you can see, every house on this street has, and even if I go down here, it has a gate, a fence, a wall. I mean, you know, when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. I would feel naked. I would feel naked here without a wall and a fence. I'm just so used to it now. Everett Tatum McPhail said my $30,000 is going to come in handy over there, plus a pension of $1,000 monthly. Yeah, that'll last you for a while, depending on what you do. Fred Smith said Walmart is now turning its customers into cashiers. What do you mean, Fred? Fred Baldwin says, even my house here on Guam is fenced. Yeah, that's the tradition over here. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never stayed. I mean, even, okay, down in Mindanao where I was staying in Zamboanga City, and her mother lives in the squatters area. She's got a fence and a wall around her house. Yeah, Rory Bellamy, thank you. I think you made that comment before. It's a great idea, and I'm going to do that. He said your gate can be designed like a sunshine shoulder sunburst. I think I saw your comment under my new video, house video, and that's perfect, man. It's a perfect idea, and I'm going to do that. I talked to my girlfriend today. That's what we're going to do. Taberly says, so you got me thinking. I printed and filled my passport application. I don't want to be stuck as a dreamer. Well, it's going to take you a while to get that back. Maybe by the time you get that back, Taberly, maybe it'll be open. Because it's going to take you 4 to 5 months.
Real boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Thanks, everybody, for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, for joining me today. All your support for Sunshine Shoulders. We recently went over 21,000 subscribers, 3.3 million views, man. I can't do it without you. Zorba Dundee said, good afternoon, Calvin. How are you, bro? Have you heard about the new divorce law they're looking at imposing to Philippines? Yeah, it's just a panel that okayed it, certain stipulations. Outright divorce is going to have an uphill battle here in the Philippines. It's just how it is. This is how it's going to be. Hey, Daryl, one more thanks for that super sticker. But yeah, everybody, I'm going to have to get off of here. I appreciate y'all, man. Stay safe in America. Before you go to bed, help somebody, man. If you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, and you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. It's not even 12 noon yet. You got the whole rest of the day. Find somebody to help. Because if I don't know anything else, there's one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. Remember, guys, don't worry about that cohabitation laws and marriage laws and all that. Okay? Because the Filipinas never use the courts to get what she wants. She knows what to do. Unless you're going to invest a lot of money over here. A big resort, a big house, a condo, cars, and all that kind of stuff, guys. Okay? Just do right by the girl, by the woman, and you're going to be fine. Stay tuned tomorrow for the Sunshine Show, the Moonshine Shoulders Happy Hour. Take care, everybody. Thanks again.